Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Kirby's Dream Collection. Still here on Kirby 64. Gonna take on the second half of level 1, starting with area 3. Now, I guess, like with last game, I'm just gonna try and get all the crystal shards as I go, instead of having to go back in like a later episode to pick up things. I'm gonna try. Now, I'm not gonna promise that I can get every crystal shard on my own. I might have to use a guide at some point or ask for your guys' help. So don't hold me to getting all the collectibles in this game. Also take note that you might have told me what the collectibles are for by now, but just know that, of course, as usual, it is the weekend, so I'm going to just kick off with the first 3 episodes here on my own, here completely blind, without any hints, tips, or tricks from anybody, or even comments for that matter. Anyways, this is a power-up I actually got in the last episode, basically like a ninja star that explodes. I thought it was freaking amazing. I wanted to show it off last episode, especially when I did a little cut where I went back to get the collectible, but I kind of died and I lost the power-up before I could show it off. But man, it's a really cool power-up. Be showing it off quite a bit in this episode right here just because I have it already. As you can see, it requires the bomb and the blade power-up combined. And look how awesome it is though. Like, you can't actually see yourself throw it, but if there's an enemy right in the way, it just clicks right to them and instantly blows them up. That is just freaking... That's just like one of the coolest power-ups I've ever seen. In the Kirby universe, at least. Wait a second. You seriously can't go up and down, right? Like, I'm just making sure that, like, when you're on a path, you cannot switch paths. My next question is, can I go down there? I don't know why I would want to other than getting those stars. I like how... Oh, I like how they translated all the Kirby... Pretty much all the Kirby enemies into 3D. They just didn't bother, or it wasn't like they redesigned them. They just translated them perfectly into 3D rendered models, which I think it keeps the Kirby charm instead of trying to like update it and make everything look so different. Like say Twilight Princess to Twilight Princess to all the other Zelda games, trying to kind of change and update the artwork on all the enemies. Like I feel like that was the biggest transition they made in the Zelda in terms of design of characters, was from like after the Ocarina and Wind Waker era, the era that involved Twilight Princess. Sorry, I was blinking there. I'm trying to figure out how to break this. Okay, well we gotta get a different power up to break this block, I guess. My guess is stone power up might work. You know what? I don't know. Can I? I don't think I can do that. Never mind. I'll say maybe I can like only drop 1 power up. I don't know if I can do that though. Oh, nice. Thanks for the 1-up, bro. I'll take it. Anyways, oh look, I already found another crystal shard. All it took was some jumps. Looks like we're already gonna be heading back to this level though. If I had to guess what I would need to get that one, I need stone power up maybe, or maybe just bomb power up by itself. And if that doesn't work, then I'm not sure. But that's what I'm probably going to try. See, I kind of like these type of collectibles better because they're more like figure-outable by yourself, rather than trying to have to do some crazy objective that sometimes is impossible to guess, to then go to the end of the level and get your collectible. While that is a different way to go and is interesting, don't get me wrong, I think I like this one, this way of doing things better, where you just have to find the collectible in the level and it's just scattered somewhere in the level. You don't know where, you don't know how, you don't know why, you just gotta find that shit. And I think I like it better. I think I do. Head toward the light, Kirby, head toward the light! And it seems like every level has a boss. King Dedede, who is usually Kirby's enemy. Or at least this is Nemesis, always messing with him. He's just like, haha, blow! Just got shadow balled, son. No, don't let this darkness rape you, Dedede. No. Are we going to get another rehash of a Dedede boss fight? Like I haven't seen that a million times before. Throw, ninja, stars. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, this is going to be... Oh, that's just unfair. This power-up is just too good. And yes, rehash of Dedede boss fight. End of Kirby Dream Land 3, anyone? Looks like that's what this is supposed to be. But my power-ups are too powerful. They're so powerful. Are you serious, game? You just made this... The power-ups just made that ridiculous. That wasn't even a fight. That was a massacre. Dedede might as well not even have been there. That was ridiculous. Come on, DDD. We've been buddies long enough. You can put aside our differences and help us out, can't you? Don't be hating. Yeah, don't hate the player. Hate the game, baby. Hate that game. I know I hate the game, and I don't mean video games. Oh, I missed. So sad. Kirby cries. And it looks like we do have ourselves a boss. And guess who it is? Wispy Woods. Big surprise, right? Let's get that collectible, though. Okay, so I figured it out. What you gotta do is you have to hit the colored things based on what color the power-up is. That, like the boomerang, or I should say the blade power-up, is green. Well, the green block, you gotta hit it with a green power-up. Now I get it. Now, I don't know if you can hit it with combined power-ups. Obviously, you can hit it with the double combined power-ups. As you can see, I have double blade right now, which was pretty cool. It throws Kirby's, like, whole goddamn body. Look at that shit. Fucking saw-ass Kirby. That's fucking awesome. I do like the combined power aspect. It's actually kind of fun. Not gonna lie. Anyways, I'll meet you outside this level now. Okay, so we got the last collectible on the 3rd level. Now we can go take on the boss. Wispy Woods, as he is usually known. Oh, this time it's a little different, though. We're facing him from an actual, like, a 3D perspective. Okay. That's definitely different. How are we supposed to hit him, then? Oh, well, maybe we aren't supposed to hit him. Maybe we're just supposed to dodge him and kill his friends. Well, in that case, let's just kill his little friends. So we can say hello to his little friends, I say. Say hello to his little friends. Speaking of that movie, where that quote is from, which has been quoted a bajillion times in its existence, Scarface. I had never actually seen that movie, but as of yesterday, or yeah, well, yesterday, and as of when I'm recording this, but it'll be Thursday, this past Thursday, I have now officially watched Scarface, which I have never watched before then, which I'm kind of disappointed because it was actually a really good movie. Plus, I had already, after watching it, I go, man, those scenes are so iconic. I've seen them remade, redone, revamped in so many other movies and shows like South Park, you know, just making fun of it. Scarface, good movie. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Kind of violent, kind of full of cursing, but it's a pretty damn good flick. And you can talk like this, man. You can talk like this, man. Get that Cuban accent. You know what I'm saying? And when you do that, you kill the Wispy Woods and get the crystal shard, and you get that, man. Okay, man? Yeah, man, you get that, man. And they say mang a lot. Whatevs. Looks like we defeated our first boss. Our first real boss, I guess. I'm wondering if every level is going to have a boss like that world did, because, well, the bosses were DDD, King Waddle D, and the little painter bitch. But they can't be the boss on every level, right? Maybe not every stage is going to have a mini-boss. At any rate, this is level 2, the Rockstar. Rockstar. Maybe I should start it in this episode. You know, let's do the first stage. I haven't taken up that much of your time yet. I know my recording's already kind of long because it took me a while to get that collectible and figure out how to get it. But, to be quite honest, I don't know how long this episode is, but I know it can't be that long. I'm going to try to get through these first 2 worlds for my weekend episodes. That would be nice, right? Get a good headway into this game. I don't know how many worlds this game's gonna have, but let's see. Kirby hasn't had more than 7 worlds before. Technically, it had 8 on the original Nintendo one, except for the end was just the boss. It wasn't really a full world. Yeah, so I mean, at the very least, I can expect 5 to 6 worlds. There might be more, might be less. But I think it's conservative of me to say that. Especially since there's only, what, 3 stages and a boss? Is that how every world's going to be? It's going to be that scarce and the amount of levels that it has? And I just hope I can get these collectibles without too much trouble. That's my biggest fear right now. Because I don't really want to have to use a guide, but, I mean, as you know, with Kirby's Dream Land 3, I have no shame in resorting to the guide if I can't figure that shit out. Okay, well, there's a collectible for you right there. Come on, Kirby. Get yourself back, son. I'm gonna go ahead and assume this was probably the first crystal shard, so we got 1. That one was easy enough. Didn't take us... We don't have to come back for that one. That's all I'm glad about. Kind of tempted to change my power up now. I do like it, but I don't like it overall because you can't jump while you use it. You're hindered when you use it. Is a boss? Yes, it is. Simple enough boss. It seems like these little mini bosses have been way too easy so far. Yes, another crystal shard. Fantastic. Now let's hope that there's actually a boss for each stage as well. And that way... Oh, auto-scrolling segments? Man. Oh, no. It's this kind of auto-scrolling segment, too, where the sand is after your ass. That's never fun. What was I saying? Oh, hopefully the last shard is just a mini-boss like all the stages were in level 1. That would be nice. That way I could just be like, okay, that could be like a... Then I'll have learned the pattern for this game. One you have to find, one you have to defeat a mini-boss, and one you have to defeat the level boss. That would be nice if every level was just like that. Nothing too obscure. Certainly save my mind the trouble. I've spent enough of my time thinking about how to get Kirby collectibles. I don't need to be spending more of my life doing that shit. I was just about to ask where I'm supposed to go. But then Waddle Dee shows up and says, "Hey, Kirby, I will show you the way." Getting into the music here for a second. I don't know, I like the music in this game. It's so much more fast-paced. Well, I shouldn't say that. Most Kirby music has been fast-paced so far. But okay, it's pretty well-paced. It's definitely different, though. A lot less iconic. Then again, nothing's as iconic as 8-bit and 16-bit and 32-bit. Well, there wasn't 32-bit Kirby stuff, but you get the point. 8-bit and 16-bit freaking songs. There's just, you can't beat that era of video game music. That stuff is just priceless. It's unbeatable. It's beautiful. It freaking sounds good even to this day. Timeless. Timeless is the word I'm looking for. Those tracks are timeless. Okay, well, apparently that level didn't have a mini-boss, so I was wrong. So I missed a crystal shard. Sad day for me. Did I miss the first one? Oh, I missed the last one. Okay. Well, in that case, let's try to find it. Okay, so here in the last area of this level, and there's this bumblebee-looking wall. Well, the way it works is you have to have the same colors, brown and yellow, and then you can hit it, and boom. And the power-up for this is like electrical rock power-up. It's like you literally shoot a rock out with electricity, and it kind of follows you around a little bit. It's kind of an interesting little ability. I kind of like it. Doesn't seem particularly amazing, but it's definitely different, which is always fun. At any rate, I went ahead and bit the bullet. I looked up how to do this because, holy crap, I was trying to figure it out so hard. I was like, do I need electricity? Do I have to break that block? It's got to be in this area, right? Because there was no other place for it to be. So now I was like, it has to do with this bumblebee-looking ass wall. And so I looked it up, and I was like, oh, well, duh. If you get the two power-ups that are that color, then it makes sense. I mean, I figured out the last one where you needed the green power-up to break the green wall. Break other colors, sometimes you might need to combine powers. Makes sense. I won't always look up the shards, I'll tell you that right now. But in this case, I did just to be like, what the fuck, right? Okay, so next time, we'll probably finish the rest here of level 2. I guess. I'll see you guys then. Peace.